crisis indicates that we are heading for a global collapse. We are facing a paradigm shift. And we have two alternatives to jump into the future. We have governed the world for the past 40 years. Under the paradigm that the free market would lead to better well-being for all. On the contrary, what has led us is to the possibility of the extinction of life on the planet. The reality is that the idea of continuous, infinite economical growth is over. Even more so. It can lead us to the barbarism, such as that experienced in Europe in 1933. We are currently watching a genocide on live television and we are not doing anything to stop it. We are all complicit in the genocide that is taking place in Gaza today. What is happening in Gaza today is arguably what awaits all of us. Especially the countries of the global south. Because of global warming, water sources in the global south are drying up. While in the north the ice is thawing, producing water in liquid form in abundance. This is why the peoples of the global south are migrating northwards. A migration that will increase every day, creating a mass exodus from the south to the north. This crisis, the climate crisis that was produced by the free market, and it generates political crises that over time morphed into fascism and barbarism. We are faced with the destruction of democratic values and the destruction of the values of humanity too. But there is another possible way out of this paradigm. A new pact. A democratic pact between the global south and the global north. Because both Africa and South America have the greatest clean energy potential on the planet. And we could work together to overcome the challenges of the climate crisis. We have to do it as a democratic pact between equal partners. You in the north have the CO2 spewing chimneys that are leading the world to exodus, wars, and extinction. And we in the global south have clean energy and natural resources. So what is the way forward? Bombings and wars, or a new democratic pact between the north and the south to safeguard life in the planet? If the answer is that we want to maintain the same power dynamics based on free market and brute force, that in the modern world we measure the number of planes, bombs, and innocent children killed, well, then that paradigm will lead us to the extinction of life on the planet. But if the answer is that we want to achieve a new democratic pact between the north and the south, public power will need to be strengthened. A new democratic public power with a vision of global well-being. To achieve this, we must start by changing power relations. We need to create a new paradigm in which the lives and well-being of all are at the center of public policy. If we really want to survive as humanity, we have to start by respecting the democratic values of nations and institutions. Most nations in the United Nations have voted to end the wars. And I ask you, why don't you listen to us? Maybe it's because those who want war are the ones who have the most planes, the most bombs. And are they the ones who think they have more to gain from the consequences of war and barbarism? What is at stake today is the future of civilization and humanity. Thank you. Gustavo Petro, President of Colombia. February 2024.